Hey, you, check out some of the videos from Milwaukee and Washtenaw County. Insane lines, Waukesha in particular. No one is social distancing in line. It's nuts. Here is some footage, actually, from Milwaukee and Waukesha counties, where people have lined up starting this morning at 7 a.m. It's only 15 seconds of it, but here it is. The lines are going around the block. I mean, these are big blocks, ladies and gentlemen. It's nuts. People are social distancing. Oh my God. That's crazy. Wow. There is no way when you have 180 polling places in a regular election that you can do it with 5 polling places. You just simply cannot. And incidentally, that line's not moving at all. Here is Joe Biden. This is real leadership, ladies and gentlemen. And that leadership is, I'm going to pretend like I don't know the implications of this primary. Here it is. This is clip number 7. Joe Biden. He's talking about the convention. I can see if you are looking out at the convention in August, they've already postponed it. It's hard to assess whether, what the situation is there. But look at this clip.
Finally, sir, I want to turn to some politics before we go. As you know, Wisconsin now having its primary on Tuesday. Your opponent, Senator Sanders, has said that should be put off, and the governor now joined that chorus as well. But it looks like it's going to happen. Is that wise?
Well, look, I think they should just follow the science. What I've been hearing, I've been following like you have, like everybody has, watching the court action. Is still in court now, but I think whatever the science says is what we should do.
Pause it. Wrong answer. Wrong answer. I think, or let me put it, necessary but insufficient. You are a political leader. You know what the science says. You know what the science says. The science says, bad idea. The scientist didn't say we should do a stay-at-home order, except unless you're voting. Except unless you're congregating in specific areas, for the purpose of voting. That's not what the scientists say. You don't have to be a prominent YouTube commentator commentating in front of an IKEA backdrop to know that the scientists say bad idea. If you are a political leader who is the presumptive nominee of the party, and I think he is all but the nominee, you should say bad idea. It's a bad idea. Continue.
And does that hold for the convention as well? Are you open to the idea that it just may not be possible to do the convention in August?
Well, we're going to have to do a convention, may have to do a virtual convention. I think we should be thinking about that right now. The idea of holding a convention is going to be necessary, but we may not be able to put 10, 20, 30,000 people in one place, and that's very possible. Again, let's see where it is. What we do between now and then is going to dictate a lot of that as well. But my point is that I think you just got to follow the science.
One of the things that we're doing between now and then is we're putting people in Wisconsin at risk. So I repeat, Wisconsin, a bad idea. Convention, we should come up with alternate plans, but we don't know because that's in 4 months from now. But today, bad idea. Continue.
A lot of that as well. But my point is that I think you just got to follow the science. Listen to the experts. Listen to the Faucis of the world. And if that's the case, it's the case. But we cannot let this, we've never allowed any crisis from the Civil War straight through to the pandemic of 17, all the way around 16. We have never let our democracy second fiddle. We can both have a democracy and elections and at the same time correct the public health. But I think it's time we start thinking about how we're going to hold elections, whether we're going to have to and spend a lot of time figuring whether we do it. Is it going to mostly be by mail, which is not the preferred route for everyone? How are we going to do that? How are we going to make it available to everybody?
First off, 1918. That's when the Spanish flu pandemic happened. It lasted at least a year, maybe a year and a half. There was a 1918 midterm election. It's unclear as to, I'm not sure what the implications are if you could have fied it. But at that time, many states delayed their primaries. I think John Nichols told us earlier that they did it during the pandemic, and that's why Wisconsin was one of those states why they did so much better in terms of infecting people. So, fail.